want to add that to this reading to video. Okay. Illusions about yourself and the world are one. That is why all forgiveness is a gift to yourself. Your goal is to find out who you are, having denied your identity by attacking creation and its creator. What was it that we were reading? That unforgiveness is actually an attack to our creator. If we don't forgive ourselves, that we're actually attacking God.
Right.
So,
because we're attacking God's creation.
Right. Like, if we don't think as we are living, breathing, walking, doing whatever we're doing, that every molecule of us is not God.
Yeah.
So every time we either berate ourselves, because that's where it usually starts.
Right.
Anytime we berate others, it's usually we've berated ourselves first.
Right.
You know, even as a small child, you go, oh, I want to look like that one.
Uh-huh.
And then you turn around and, you know, you can bully that one, right? Well, you bully that one because it's how you haven't seen your full authenticity, your God authenticity. Now you are learning how to remember the truth. For this attack must be replaced by forgiveness, so that thoughts of life may replace thoughts of death. Remember that in every attack, you call upon your own weakness, while each time you forgive, you call upon the strength of the Christ in you. Do you not then begin to understand what forgiveness will do for you? It will remove all sense of weakness, strain, fatigue from your mind. It will take away all fear and guilt and pain. It will restore the invulnerability and power God gave his Son to your awareness. Let us be glad to begin and end this day by practicing today's idea and to use it as frequently as possible throughout the day. It will help to make the day as happy for you as God wants you to be, and it will help those around you, as well as those who seem to be far away in space and time, to share this happiness with you. As often as you can, close your eyes if possible. Say to yourself, forgiveness is my function as the light of the world. I would fulfill my function that I may be happy. Then devote a minute or two to considering your function and the happiness and release it will bring you. Let related thoughts come freely, for your heart will recognize these words, and in your mind is the awareness that they are true. Should your attention wander, repeat the idea and add, I would remember this because I want to be happy. Some people don't know, by the way, what happiness is. And I'll make you a bet. You're talking to two people that don't even know what happiness is.
Yes.
You have an awareness of what happiness is. I really feel, this is the first time you've really talked about the other woman, but when we talk about Allie, there just doesn't feel like there's a lot of happiness in her life. Like even happiness in her soul.
Right. Happiness is derived from things for her.
And not to say, let's be clear on that though. I might not be able to draw.
That's why.
Oh, here we go. This is
my interpretation of what she said.
I agree with that. And you know what? Here's the deal. Here's how I feel about people that are happy with things as opposed to, you know, that are kind of materialistic. At least they have some sense of happiness, because if they didn't have that, I don't even know if they'd be on the earth. You know what I'm saying? I think some of these people would just check out. And so there we go. We just forgave her.
Right.
We stopped judging that in this moment, and we gave her happiness. Mm-hmm. You know, just in that moment. So let's go ahead and just do a short journey. It looks like my drums aren't very good. It's now getting humid outside, and I've had the windows open. And this is the better of the two. Wait until you hear this one. Hello? Somebody knocking at the door?
So how do you dehumidify them?
Well, one, I didn't realize they'd be this bad. But what I'll do sometimes when I know it's humid, before I see somebody out, but it doesn't even last that long, I'll blow dry it.
Oh.
I blow dry the back because it has to do with how it's holding on. But even this is, I think it's tighter. It gets tighter. But it gives me a sense, so we'll just go with it.
Yeah.
This one, at least, it doesn't sound like it's somebody knocking on the door. As long as Charlie enjoys it, that's all that counts.
Well, she seems to be just fine with it.
Yeah. The other one, though, she might have said, "Mom, arf, who's knocking at the door?"
Amazon, man.
Yeah.
Amazon.
But don't say that. She'll wake up.
Right.
So I'm going to do it just quietly. Because sometimes the beat just gets us into space. It is a little bit more difficult, though. Sometimes I even use a tape. There's a couple ones that I have on iTunes. But we'll go with this. So, just breathe. Concentrate on the breath. Know that the breath is God. And the breath just doesn't go into the lungs. It goes into the entire body. Exchange of oxygen, carbon dioxide, all of that. It reaches every molecule of who we are. And the brain, and the mind, and the connection to God. We cannot live in this body without forgiveness. And who helps us? Those that He sends to us. Jesus. Spirit guides, angels, archangels, ancestors. All of these compassionate spirits protect us, one, from ourselves, from the spirits that want to block us from happiness, guilt, shame, lesser than, lack of self-worth. Those are all spirits. And they want to block us from happiness. But oh, we have an army. Wise ancestors, wise leaders of tribes, of peoples, shamans, from the beginning of time. We are not talking about you or me or individuals. We are talking about everyone. Everyone who is a son of God. And that's everyone. It's time to let go of the blocks that stop us from loving ourselves fully 100%. For if we do not, we are attacking God. That's our goal, our intention. And we have to fight these spirits along the way. That's all. We're always going to win because those spirits ultimately are an illusion. And so what I see is all these thousands of compassionate spirit helpers, past the future even, beings from the galactics, beings from the earth, Jesus standing behind us, arms outstretched, with light that surrounds him, for he knows he is the light of the world. It's the only difference. He knows at 100% he is the light of the world. He stands in forgiveness. There is nothing that Jesus doesn't stand in the place of forgiveness for himself and for others. He's a good guide. And so forgiveness is a place where no darkness exists. It's a sanctuary, actually, a place of safety, of joy, of singing praises to the light, to the Creator, to God. It's a place where you can touch forgiveness. Touch the walls of the sanctuary. You can touch others that are in the sanctuary. You can speak with them. You can hear their voices. This is a sanctuary of full and complete love, which is the exact same as forgiveness. There is only one spirit that we must contain here, and that is the spirit of guilt. It stands front and center. Guilt is fear, and guilt is shame. Guilt is guilt. Guilt is our spirit that blocks our happiness. And so I ask the strength and the kindness and the courage of my spirit animals, lion, to protect us, to contain this illusionary spirit that seems so real. And I watch each lion stand upon the back of a other lion. It's this very tall spirit with flailing arms that so wants to grab you, me, and the others. But the lion keeps climbing upon the back of another lion until they're to the ceiling of this sanctuary, past the arms that desire to grab us. They are on all sides, form a perimeter in a circular circumference around the spirit of guilt. As they do so and close up all the way to this beautiful ceiling that looks out upon the sky, whether it sees stars and the moon or the sun and clouds. And the spirit of guilt shrinks. Smaller and smaller. And as it does so, everyone in this sanctuary smiles. And they look at themselves and they go, I forgive you. They look at their hearts and they say, I forgive you. They look at their hands and they say, I forgive you. And the angels say to them, I forgive you. I don't even know what I'm forgiving you for, but I forgive you. Jesus says the same thing. And we just look at each part of our body and say, I forgive you. I stand in forgiveness. I never not forgave you. I never even thought of what forgiveness was. Only the illusions guided us to that. I'm sorry, you said we are all perfect, just the way we are. Okay. I am in the sanctuary of forgiveness, and I will not question that. Everything we've created doesn't look perfect, but everything He's created does. So I place the seed in your solar plexus, just below your heart. It is a light of forgiveness. Seed. And there it is with you today, tonight, while you sleep, and into tomorrow, and so on. May you rise smiling, and may you go to bed smiling. Smile is the extension of forgiveness. You stand in the sanctuary of forgiveness. And there are so many that surround you, you wouldn't even want to get out. The feeling is insurmountable. The feeling is so expansive, you know nothing but this joy that forgiveness brings. You are the one. I'm going to read one line from that again. Do you not then begin to understand what forgiveness will do for you? It will remove all sense of weakness, strain, and fatigue from your mind. It will take away all fear and guilt and pain. When I started drumming, I was using the ice because it kept going back and forth in pain. And it doesn't feel any more pain. So I wanted to read that again because it will take away our physical pain. And it's not coming back. I mean, it might, but it's not coming back now. And that's because we've been in this holy sanctuary of forgiveness.
Right.
That felt good.
Yes.
Turn off all my recordings. I'll send you that one out.